Alrighty, so let's jump up. You actually don't need these just at the start, so just leave them down by your side. And we're going to start with our roll downs like we usually do. So I'm going to let you decide whether you want to start with your feet in the traditional Pilates V, or you can go parallel. So maybe try a different option for your foot position than what you have in the last couple of weeks, just so you can feel the difference in what the benefits are from each kind of different position. I'm going to stick with parallel today because I always go for the V, but I'm still going to focus on setting up from the feet and working upwards. So remember, we talked about if you just lift the 10 toes up off the floor for a second, you should have the weight distributed equally between the middle of the heel, the pad under the big toe and the pad under the little toe. And then if you just lightly rest your toes on the mat, you don't really want to weight bear through your toes. And then we talked about that spiral through the legs. Remember, we talked about the sign, the outside the barbershop, the kind of swirly thing going on. So you want to feel like you're wrapping around into the base of the bottom. Then the spine is lifting as tall as you can. So we're just going to close our eyes and just let our breath settle. Feel like your head is perfectly balanced on the top of your shoulders. Most of us have that little head forward posture, which can contribute to dodgy shoulders too. So just close your eyes and observe your breathing and try and calm it down and make it last a little bit longer than usual. So we'll count to our 6. Breathe in for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and breathe out for 6. We'll just do 3. Don't even think about the abdominals for the moment. Just think about quieting the breastbone, calming your thoughts, connecting to your body. Checking that the weight, can feel my weight kind of swing around. I think it's just because I've got my eyes closed, but see if you can feel that weight distribution not kind of moving around. One more breath. So breathe in and open your eyes. Your next exhale is going to take you straight into your roll down. So now you'll start to lift your pelvic floor, stretch the back of your neck. We talked about that lengthening through the lower back, the scoop through the stomach. Count to 6 to take you down. A breath in at the bottom, open the lower back. And then breathe out, lift your pelvic floor to bring you back up to standing. I'm going to turn side on, do 2 more just so you can check what's going on. Exhale, roll it down. Keeping your weight on the same 3 points on the sole of the foot. Don't let the weight swing back completely to the heel. So that your tailbone should be stacked directly over the top of your heels, not way behind you. 1 more roll down. Breathe into the lower back. Breathe out, roll through the tail. Stack the vertebrae one at a time. We're going to take the hands behind the head. I'm coming to face you. So from here, we're going to do a little side bend. The 2 sides of the waist stay the same length. We go up through the crown of the head and over. Breathe in to go over, breathe out to come back. We've still got our strong legs. Inhale over the other way. Your hips aren't swinging side to side, your pelvis stays still. We're mobilizing the upper part of our spine. And again, up tall, inhale, breathe into the opposite rib. Open it up. Feel that. Exhale, feel how the rib pulls you back. And again, inhale to go over. And exhale to bring it back. I'm going to spin side on. We're going to go into a standing back extension. This section here is not going to move. Let's breathe in, lift the eyes up to where the wall and the ceiling meet, and then lift the breastbone to the sky. Breathe out to come back to the center, stacked. Inhale to lead with the eyes, lead with the collarbones, lead with the breastbone. Don't let the lower back collapse. Breathe out. It's like a chest lift. Remember that rib action, bringing you back. One more. Try and putting it all together now. Exhale to bring you home. We're going to go around the world. We breathe out, flex forward, halfway, not all the way. Let's breathe in, straight to your side bend. Keep inhaling, back bend. Back to the opposite side, back to the forward flexion, reverse. All the way to the left. Hopefully, my lower back's not changing a whole lot, but I'm trying to mobilize my upper back. Not easy to do. One more each way. Spin around. You do it in your own time. It's easy if you inhale while you go to that back extension. Don't try to exhale while you do that. It doesn't really work. Back to the forward flexion. Last one, the other way. Lift the chest. Hold on to the glutes. Hold on to the lower tummy. Bit of cracking going on in my back. Come back to straight. Rest the arms down by your side. Take yourself to the front of your mat. Cross one foot on top of the other. Stack your arms. We're lowering ourselves down to the floor. Our job is to keep our spine absolutely straight. Grab your hand weights or your cans or whatever you've got and have a lie all the way down. So we're going to find our start position. If you have a cushion, you can put it between your knees. If you don't have one, just imagine you have one. So set the legs, set the pelvis, check the hip flexors are soft, there's not anything grippy going on with the quads. You can still feel grounded through your feet. And just have your hands on those cans or those hand weights for a moment. We're going to just set the shoulders. Now this is super subtle. What you want to think about is your shoulder blades. I want you to see, it might help if you close your eyes again. Think about your two shoulder blades moving in towards each other so subtly, and then kind of pulling them down towards your back pockets. It's an awareness. If you overdo it, you're going to flare your ribs and you're just going to overwork all your upper back. We're trying to switch on our rotator cuff and those deep muscles around the shoulder blade. So just take a moment to see if you can feel that. If you don't have a clue what I'm talking about, don't stress about it. It took me ages to understand how to work the shoulders properly. It's all a work in progress. And you can kind of press your palms onto your weights. So I've got my elbows off the floor, my arms are straight, and I'm doing that with the shoulder blades, pulling them down and in, and I can feel my chest opening. So my pecs are no longer squeezing in tight. We're just going to breathe and be aware of that without too much tension in the front of your neck. Grab hold of your hand weights and you're going to float your arms without disturbing your shoulder blades to the ceiling. So there's a bit of energy going on through the arms. The shoulder blades are connected, but my hand weights or my cans are trying to reach to the sky. Although they're super light, you still want to feel like there's a bit of energy going through your arms. We're just going to keep our arms like that and do a few single leg lifts. So when you're ready, in your own time, just floating the leg and floating it back down. You know what to do here now. Remember, we talked about not disturbing the lower back. You'll feel your deep abdominals switch on as you pick up the foot off the floor. And if you feel the need, progress that into a double leg lift. Stay with singles if you feel like you want to. So I'm still aware of what my shoulder blades are doing. I'm aware of my stillness in my lower back. But I can move my legs quite freely. Do that a few more times. A little reminder, if you're bringing up the second leg into a double leg lift, don't let the belly button rise at all. And if you feel like you're able to come with me, hold two legs up at coffee table. Now you don't have to stay here because we're going to be here for a little while. So if it gets too challenging on your back, just continue with those feet on the floor. Take your attention back into your shoulders, or you can pull your knees in towards your chest. That'll take the pressure out of the lower back straight away. So there's a few options for you. Yeah, do that. Okay, so I'm going to squeeze my inside thighs together. I can feel the wrap through my bottom. My lower belly's pulling flat. You're going to inhale and just open your arms out to the side. Don't let the hands touch the floor. And then bring the hands back to the start position, but feel like your chest actually gets wider and broader, no pecs. Inhale to open. So it's just a bit of awareness through the shoulders. My stomach's working hard to hold my legs in the air though. I'm going to do that a few times. It should feel quite effortless through the upper body. And the armpits are trying to feel like they're connected to your waist, so the shoulders aren't rising at all. We're going to stay there and turn our palms to face our knees. The right arm's going to go over your head, the left one goes down by your side. But your shoulder is not going to go anywhere nearby your ear. Bring back to the middle. Inhale, left arm reaches by your ear, right arm reaches down by your hip. The ribs don't flare. When I say don't flare, I mean they don't do that. You keep them connected and can. 2 more each way. Again, it should feel quite effortless. In my mind, when I'm moving the left arm over my head, I'm thinking about my left shoulder blade moving down towards my left back pocket. That will help you connect your lats and not let those upper traps overwork. Just 1 more each way. A little reminder about pelvic floor. I haven't really mentioned that because I don't want to overwhelm you too much. Come back to the middle. We're going to float the arms, turn the palms to face each other and float the arms out to letter T. So if you feel the need to put your feet back down, you can. Don't let the hands touch the floor. We're going to do a little mini spine twist here. So we're going to go inhale. You won't be able to go very far, right? So the knees are going across to the right, but you've got to keep your left shoulder down. If you go too far, you're just going to collapse. And then breathe out, drag the left waist back. That's actually harder than it looks. To the middle. Inhale, take the knees to the left. Watch the shoulder blades aren't rising. Don't let your upper traps do the work. And breathe out. Oh, I did a little cheat. I put my elbow down. Try not to do that. And we'll go 2 more each way. So the arms are definitely off the floor. The neck isn't doing much work. Stabilize the shoulders, stabilize the pelvis. In your own time, you'll find your little challenge point. You'll feel that point where the opposite shoulder just wants to come off. Use your feet back. 2 shoulder blades printing on the mat. 1 more each way. Are your arms off the floor, guys, or are they touching the carpet? Yeah, lift them off. Elbows off. Elbows off. Yeah, that's it. A little harder here. Yeah, good job. Last one. To the left. Pull the stomach flat. Hold your arms there, but float 1 leg down at a time, not really changing your back. Well done. We're going to take our arms down by our side. Palms go down. Let's just check in with the shoulders again. So I'm kind of pushing the heel of my hand into my hand weights, my cans. And then we're going to chest lift here. So you're going to tuck your chin, feel a little bit of length through the back of your neck, start sliding your ribs, and the cans kind of roll a little bit. If you keep pushing the arms down, you can feel that the shoulder blades should be stable. They don't move around, and they control the head back down. We're going to do that a few times. I'm just going to adjust my hand position. So just do as you need to. Breathe out. A really simple chest lift, thinking about what is the upper body doing as you come up and come back down. 4 to go. So when I see people do chest lifts, I see a lot of wriggling and kind of pushing up with the upper body. You don't get to do that with this version. 3 to go. It's all in the stomach. And you're trying to come a vertebrae higher, but keeping those arms working really well. 2 more. We know to hold the pelvis stable, that's why I'm not cueing you. Don't let your lower back move it around too much. Last one. We'll stay up on the last one. Hold. Grab your weights. Turn your palms to face the ceiling. Stop there. Keep working on your shoulder connection. So your arms are up off the floor, guys. Up. Yeah, that's it. You're going to bend and straighten your arms like a little mini bicep curl. Don't affect your shoulder blades. Straighten. Exhale, bend. If you need to lower your head back down, that's okay, you can do that. We're going to tang, breathe out. So yeah, you've got super light weights in your hands, right? But you can make this harder by imagining they are 20 kilos each. Pull and create your own resistance. I think we're halfway there. 5 to go. Stomach shaking. 4. Open the collarbones. And 3. And 2. Can you pull your belly a little bit flatter? Last one. All in the lower abs. Well done. Turn the palms to face the floor. Lower your head back down. Just roll your head side to side if you feel your neck a little bit. And then we're going to stretch the legs out long. Grab your weights again. Squeeze your legs together. So if you did your roll down standing parallel legs, choose that option. If you had your baby V, choose that option. I'm leaving it up to you again. Float your arms to the sky. Check in with your front ribs. Watch out that they're not popping. Can you knit and funnel them in? If you were wearing a tight corset, those ribs would be pulling in towards you. Strong legs. Zip up and lift your pelvic floor up. Breathe out. Press those arms. Lift your head. Stay. Hold. We're going to lengthen that right leg. We've done this before. Lift the leg up if you can. It's not lifting high. What are your shoulder blades doing? Do you need to adjust them? Imagine someone's pulling your fingers forward and helping you to curl your upper back a little bit higher. One more vertebrae. Go, 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 go. Find the stomach. Lower the leg and control the spine back down. Reach the arms all the way over your head. Don't flare the ribs. Back to the sky. Breathe out. Hold. Pelvic floor. Lengthen your left leg first. It's got to get longer. Then it's going to lift up. Oops, I went to turn up. Default. Let's try and stay parallel. Kneecap to the sky if that's where you're working. Squeeze your pelvic floor. Hold. Open the collarbones. Reach, lift another vertebrae. Go. Come on, find your challenge point. This should be comfortable. Tips of the shoulder blades. Lower the leg back down. Control the ribs back down. So we're going to do our hands where we pump the arms. We're just going to do a little arm variation. Keep both legs on the floor. Reach the arms, come back up. We're going to do 5 pumps with the palms facing down. 5 pumps with the palms facing up. Just follow me. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn the hands. 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn the hands. 2 sets. Squeeze your legs. 3 sets. We're going to tang, by the way. 4 sets. Get deeper through your stomach. 5 sets. 6. Don't let the shoulder blades move. And 7. We're almost there. And 8. Keep gritting those teeth. We're almost there. 9. Use your ribs. Last set. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn the palms to the floor. Let's roll all the way forward. Oh, that was hard. Stay up at the top. If you need to bend your knees, actually, let's all bend our knees. Squeeze your legs together. Hold right there. Pull your stomach off your thighs. Breathe out. Roll through the tail. Roll through the lower back. Reach the arms over your head. Inhale to here. We've done a lot of work on the arms. Now don't cheat and use your upper traps. Use your fingers if you need help. Bringing it forward. We're doing 6. Inhale, hold. Exhale, make it smooth on the way down. Push your shoulders down. Massage your lower back. Inhale to here. Exhale, deepen stomach. Well done. 3 to go. Work through these in your own time. So I'm still squeezing my legs really tightly together. You should be feeling those strong legs. That flexible lower back. Very nice. Using your breath. 1 to go. Stretch out through those elbows. Energy through those arms. Finish this last one sitting. Pop your weights down and sit. with your heels tucked under your bottom. Hold your hand on the outside of your ankle, or the front of your ankle. Other arm to the sky. We grow, we go over the top. Use that arm to stretch you all the way down that opposite side. Reach, press, take the other arm over your head. Come back, let's go a little deeper. Make sure that you're really straight and you're not kind of curling forward, because it's easy to do that. One more. Up first to the sky and then over with the crown of the head. Bring it back. This time up onto the knees. Sit on the other butt cheek. That was a little tricky transition there, wasn't it? Other arm to the sky. And up and over. Breathe in to go over. Breathe out to take it away. Inhale. Now as I'm going over, watch what your shoulder's doing. Don't let those lead. And again, up and over. And take it away. Well done. We're going to swing those legs back around to the front. We're going to stay here. Let's use the weights just for something to hold in our hands. We're going to start with a teaser prep. So we're starting with the big toes up off your mat. Lift the feet off the floor. Yeah, so you have to shift your weight back, exactly. I've got my palms up. You can go palms up or palms down, I don't really mind. The weights are there just to give you feedback what your shoulders are doing. So your spine is long, but then we're going to curve it to rock back. So I'm going to pull the tail, I'm squeezing my bottom, and my lower back is moving towards the mat. And then I'm going to bring it all the way up. Lift tall through the crown of the head. And again, you're going to challenge yourself to how far back can you go without your upper traps doing the work. You'll feel it. You'll feel a certain point that you've gone too far, and your shoulders just take over. You've got to resist that happening. 4 to go. Exhale, go back. Inhale to lift. And 3, come with me if you want to make it a little harder. Glass of wine sitting on your shins. You're in control, perfect control. 2 to go. Find your challenge point. You might find the top of your pants touches the mat. Last one. Yes, it's tough on the hip flexors. Who's lifting their heels up with me? Can you lift your heels a little higher? Go for it. Yes, come on, you can do it. Well done, awesome. Stay there. Can you hold your feet wherever they are and roll back? All the way to the floor with control. Slow, really slow. One bone, then the next bone, then the next one. Don't run away in 2 vertebrae at a time, 1 at a time. Slowly, you're not done yet. You're not at the shoulder place yet. Oh, you're all done. Okay, let's go all the way down to the floor. Well done. Drop your feet, drop your weights. We're gonna get ready for the single leg stretch. So we're gonna go 2 legs back up, coffee table. Grab the backs of your arms onto your thighs. Pull your stomach in, and you can use your arms to get yourself up. So your arms are going to help you for a moment. You can use them to curl a little bit higher. And then when you feel ready, transfer the energy out of your arms and into your stomach. Take your time as you do that. Don't drop. Don't drop your spine is what I'm trying to say. So don't drop back down here. You've got to stay. I'm going to pull one knee into our chest. The other leg goes forward and stretch it. Have a look at where my leg is. Yeah, perfect. You don't want to go too low. You don't want to go too high ideally. Then we're going to swap. So I'm using my hands to pull my right knee in as close to my chest as I can for a deep hip stretch. Pull the stomach in, look at your belly, and see if we can go in a bit deeper. Just keep swapping. Exhale as you swap. Inhale to hold. Exhale to swap. We can get a little bit quicker, but I need you to control your shoulders. Can you open your collarbones? Not into the pecs. Where are your shoulder blades? Press them down and pull them in towards each other again, just like we did before. 2 more on each leg. Last one. Now stay here. So I've got my left knee in. It doesn't matter where you are. Push your opposite foot into the floor. Push it down. Yeah, that's it. And then you're just going to check there that you're not all grabby in your quad. Can you soften that leg that's on the floor? Can you try and soften the quad a little bit for me? and find your hamstring. Pull the stomach in. Now, you're going to try and straighten your top leg. If you can you grab the calf or even more towards your ankle? Yep. And then just assess what's happened to that underneath quad. Can you let it go? Can you push the back of your right hamstring into your floor and stay there? If you need to lower your head at any point, you can. You're going to give yourself a hamstring stretch. So gently pull that leg towards your face, and we're going to do a little scissor kick swap in midair. Yeah. And then we stay there. Assess the opposite quad and find that hamstring and pull that opposite leg towards your face. Pull the stomach in and do a little scissor kick. So this is called a hamstring pull. We're going to alternate. Take your time. Breathe out as you pull that knee to your face. Keep swapping. If you're screaming in your neck, just lower your head down. Yeah, and you can just do the legs. Otherwise, we're doing 2 more on each side. You're almost there. 1 more each way. Pull. You can do it. Lucky last. Beautiful. Pull the knees in. Rest your head. Roll your head side to side. We're just going to finish with a little hula. Hands go behind the head. Stabilize the shoulders. Legs go back up to coffee table, or if you're struggling, just keep them on the floor. Remember, there's always an option for everybody. Curl your head and shoulders up off your floor. Don't let your upper traps come up. Find your shoulder blades, find your open collarbones, and we breathe out, rotate, upper body only twist. Into the obliques, come back to the middle. So let's keep working on the height through your chest lift. So be careful, as I twist, I'm not dropping down here, right? I'm right up. So rectus abdominis, the 6-pack muscle, is doing all the work. And then the waist, the obliques, kick in when you twist. Well, they're already in, but they kick in a little bit extra. We're doing 6 of these each way. I have no idea how many we've done. Shall we say 3 more each way? Twist it up. Use your stomach. Come on, you can do it. 2 more each way. Squeeze your legs together. When I feel like I'm going to die and I really can't do anymore, I just squeeze my pelvic floor a bit more for a distraction. Last one each way. Last side. Well done. Come back to the middle. Control your head. Place your feet back down. Grab your weights. Stretch your legs long. Reach your arms to the sky, thinking about how we get up from one position to the other. It's an exercise in itself. Sitting up, open your heels the same distance as your mat. If you need to roll up your mats or sit on cushions, do that now so that I don't see anyone sitting back here. Do you know what I'm talking about? Roll up your mat if you need to. Yeah, I'll just show you in case anyone wants to do it. I think you're all good. Okay, so we're going to go into the saw. We take our arms out to the side. Cool, so look forward for me. Can you see your weights in your peripheral vision? If you can't, you have to bring those weights slightly forward until you can see them. Just at the corner of your eye. Stay there. I want you to push your heels into your floor and grow through the crown of your head and pull and wrap your stomach in even deeper. Press your shoulders down away from your ears. You're going to twist. I'm coming towards you. I'm going to my left. As I rotate, I'm going to look over my shoulder. Don't let your heels move. Come back to the center. Good. Just watch out because some of you are back here. Watch you're not leaning back. Yeah, beautiful correction. Let's go to the other side. Push the heels down. This is about the posture, the rotation in the upper back that we talked about. Come back to the middle. If the weights get too heavy, just drop them. And we go to the left. Good. Grow. Can you lift your breastbone a little bit higher? We're not collapsed. Go on. Lift the chest up like there's a hook attached to it to the ceiling. And go. We're going to add a little pulse. We go pulse, pulse, center. Don't move the heels. Pulse, pulse, center. Stretch the elbows. Pulse, pulse, center. Get taller. 1 more each way. Lucky last. We're going to stay. Bring the arms forwards. Don't close off your pecs. Nothing here. Stay there. Where's your shoulder blades? Close your eyes if you need to. Press your shoulder blades down. It's a lot harder to do this sitting up, right? Breathe that spine stretch. Scoop your stomach. Reach your arms straight forward. Your nose is trying to go between your knees. Restack the spine. Lift top. Put the weights down. Bring the arms behind you. Push the heels into the floor. Lift the chest up. Come back down. Grab the weights. Spine stretch. We're moving into that round back. Restack the spine. Drop the weights. Lift the arms. Take them behind you. Tuck the tail. Press open your chest. Back down. 2 more sets. Breathe out. Breathe in. Lift. Breathe out. Breathe in. Lucky last. Breathe out. Breathe in. Lift the arms. Lift the hips. Come back down. Bring the legs together. Good job. I'm going to unroll my mat. We're coming onto the side. So this is a bit of endurance now for the shoulders. Propping up on the elbow. We are going to either go bent knees. This is your easy option. It's not easy, right? Easier. Or straight legs. Or somewhere in the middle. I'm going to let you choose. Roll the shoulder back. I want you to make sure your chest is facing forward. It's not kind of collapsing forward. And then I like to imagine there's a sling lifting my underneath rib up. So don't let that rib collapse. Stay there. Can you guys pick these ribs up a little bit more? And shoot your head up more on a diagonal. Yeah, well done. So take that top arm to the ceiling. You're going to press straight up into a side support or a side plank. And hold. I'm just going to stay there for a moment. I want you to check your shoulder hasn't adjusted. I'm going to be here for a little bit. You're going to lower your hip, underneath hip, towards your mat. Don't lose your shoulder. Pull your stomach in, lift the hip back up. And again. Inhale to lower. Exhale, push the mat away with your right shoulder. Some of you are on your left, I think. We're doing 8. And 4. And 5. So if you feel your shoulder moving around, make the movement smaller or come in and bend your knee. 2 to go. Last 1. Stay there. You're going to float that top arm over your head. Turn and look at your right elbow. Check what your left shoulder's done. It shouldn't be up by your ear. Press back to the ceiling. Turn the head. Come back to the ceiling. So we've got 6 to go. Turn. And 4. Keep pushing the floor away. You guys are doing awesome. And 5. In control. And 6. And 7. Yes, it's a lot of work through that shoulder. Really good for your rotator cuff. Last one. 8. Come down with control. Well done. Quickly swing the legs to the other side. Set up as quickly as you can. So the elbow's directly under your shoulder joint. Where you're going to go with your legs. Lift your rib. If you need to put your hand on your actual ribs, do that. Pick it up and it should be nice and flat. You shouldn't feel those ribs popping out. Let's go. Lift it up. And we lower the hip down. Inhale, you lower. Exhale, zip up to lift the hips back up. And 2. And 3. The crown of the head keeps reaching out that way the whole time. 4. 5. 6. Inner eye is here. 7. Don't let it roll around. You can use your hand if you need to check if it's doing anything. 8, I think. Let's do the arm waves. Over. Bring it back. And 2. So now that left shoulder shouldn't be moving. The right arm is moving, but not the underneath one at all. And 4. Lift your pelvic floor. A little reminder. And 5. And 6. 2 to go. Pull the stomachs a little flatter. Lucky last. Bring it back, lower down. We're going to go onto your belly Has most people got cans or have you got hand weights? Okay. Do you find that they're rolling okay? Are they able to roll? I'm not sure if this is going to work with hand weights, but let's try it anyway. So you're going to lie onto your belly with your 2 arms forward, your palms pressing down onto your weights. So you know what to do on your stomachs. You have a choice, whether you have your legs glued together or whether you have them apart a little bit. I always go for apart. Rest your forehead down on your mat. So I'm just going to lift my head up, but you just listen to my cues and I'm going to talk you through this. So I want your feet, your toes to reach as far away from your fingertips as possible. So really long legs and really long arms, but pull everything back and connect into your torso. So the shoulder blades stabilize again, so pull them down and in. And then wrap through your glutes and pick up your lower abs off the floor. The only thing you're going to move right now is your arms, your shoulder joint and your shoulder blade. So you're going to breathe in, reach your fingertips away from you towards the wall in front and let your shoulders come up as high round by your ears as you can, right up. The opposite of what I've been asking you to do all class. And then now do the opposite and then just slide them back down. Breathe in to lift the shoulders right up and breathe out. Slide them back down. So as you're breathing in, go again. You can feel as your shoulders rise, it's your upper traps, right? That's the main thing you should be feeling. And then as you do the opposite, you can feel your lats engage. Your armpits and your waist feel like they're connecting to each other. 2 to go, just to be aware of that. Inhale, you lift. Exhale to bring it back. Lucky last. Breathe out to bring it home. Take your breath in. We're going to start to come up into a half cobra. I don't know if you can hear me. So you might want to watch this one first of all. I'm going to pull my armpits to my waist, lengthen my eyes towards the edge of the mat, and I'm going to come up, but I think we've done this actually. Keep the bottom rib initially on the mat, and then roll back down. Your weights or your cans should actually facilitate that and make it a little bit easier. So we're going inhale, armpits to waist, lengthen the crown of the head forward, lift the eyes, lift the breastbone, lift the collarbones, feel the connection of armpits and waist, not coming too high, and then control the return. We'll do that 2 more. Inhale to come up. And exhale to come back down. Last one, breathe in to come up. So I'm still keeping my bottom ribs on the floor. My front bottom ribs, they're not actually coming off the mat yet. So the next one, they are going to. If you want to come with me, feel free. Full back extension. If it hurts your lower back, stop and don't go that high. We're going to go inhale to halfway. And then exhale, squeeze your glutes, pick up your stomach, lift your chest, and your eyes go all the way forward, lift your back, halfway down, all the way down. We're only going to do 3 or 4 of those. Inhale, halfway, glutes, abs, flexible spine, stretch through the stomach. Halfway back down, 2 to go. Should feel really nice. You might feel your lower back a little bit, that's okay, it shouldn't hurt as such. Okay to feel your lower back sometimes. We get really scared of feeling our backs, but it's not always dangerous. Last one. And breathe out, up, 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 up. Oh, that feels so good. Come all the way back down. Sit back on your heels. And stretch out your lower backs after that. Round your spine. Reach your arms forward. We'll just stay here for a breath or 2. Stay in that C curve. I'm just going to take my ponytail out because it's annoying me. Okay, so we're going to come onto hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Think about using the hands, the pressure of the hands into the mat to find that shoulder stability now. So the spine is long, the shoulder blades are still pulling down and in, the collarbones are long. So most of us, we can tend to have that tight round upper back. You're going to correct that right now. Slide one leg back, squeeze your glutes. Slide the other leg back, hold into your plank. You should not have disturbed your upper body at all. Yeah, very, very nice. Stay there. You're going to tuck your head in now. I do want you to round, pull your nose to your knee. Press back and find that long spine. Swap. Pull the stomach in, lift your belly off your thigh. Press back, squeeze your glutes. Lengthen, open the collarbones. We're going to keep going a little quicker, but it doesn't mean you're going to lose your quality of movement. Pull. Press long. And pull. Press long. 2 more each side. Strong shoulders. Strong glutes. Scoop stomach. Last one each way. This is your last one. Come back to your plank. Place your knees down, sit on your bottom. Come back up. Promise I'm nearly done with you. Let's go straight legs into a full back support. Fingertips line up with your butts. But this time your legs are going to squeeze together. We're going to have a bit of fun here. So you're going to push your hips up. Stay. Open your shoulders. Now squeeze your glutes. You're going to take the pressure out of your right foot and try and lift your left foot just a little bit off the floor. Back down if that's too hard. Don't worry, come with me here. You can still do little lifts here. You guys are looking super strong, so I'm just giving you a little extra challenge tonight. Back up. So we're here. You don't drop your hips. Lift the other leg. 2 inches only, back down. 2 more each side. Now where's your stomach? Where's your pelvic floor? Lost it. Find it. Lift the foot. Come on, open the chest. 1 more each way. I know. Well done. Lower your pelvis. Stretch forward and just relax. And breathe. And there's one thing I forgot to finish off. I'm going to finish off with some push-ups. We've got time to do 6 push-ups, right? Yes, let's go. Up on the knees. Nearly done, promise. Said that like 3 times, haven't I? Okay. So, Pilates push-up is a tricep push-up. I hate push-ups and my push-ups are terrible. So I don't really worry about how low I get to the ground. I'll show you. I worry about keeping my chest nice and broad. Most people cheat when they do push-ups. So reduce your range of movement. Think about everything we've talked about today. Shoulder blades pull down and in. Pull up through your core muscles. I'm going to keep my knees down. You guys are probably way better at push-ups than me. So choose your option. Up on the full feet, full push-up if you want to. We're just going to do, let's do 8. So I've got my hands in. My wrists are kind of lining up with my shoulders. Zip up like you're in the plank. Let's go. Inhale. As you bend the elbows, the elbows should touch the sides of your ribs. 1. Exhale to lift. Push the floor away. 2. Open the chest. 3. And 4. 4 to go. Yeah, pause for a second. Just stop, have a look for a second. Come back up to straight arms. I just caught some of you down here with your head down. Stay. I want you to look beyond your mat. Can your eyes be gazing forward? Yeah. Now all you do is bend your elbows. Clean push up. Don't move your head. 4 to go. It makes it a lot harder. And 3. Squeeze your butt. That helps. 2. Lift your pelvic floor. That helps. Last one. Open your chest. Well done. Sit back down. Oh, I wish push-ups were easier. Hate them. Stay there. And just breathe. Roll it up. Do you guys want to do a mega quick stretch with me, or do you have to go? Quick stretch? If you gotta go, you gotta go. It's all good. I won't be offended. Otherwise, come with me. Palms, well, the soles of the feet together. Just stay there. You can kind of push the elbows into the knees, and then just use your arms to see if you can press the backs of your knees towards the floor. And then just hang out there for a little bit. Use your breath. Just check back in with your breathing. Check back in with your neck and shoulders. You might be able to go a little bit deeper with your pressing off the knees. And then just bring the knees together. Take your legs wide. See how wide you can go. That's okay, you just go to where you can. Make sure your kneecaps are pointing to the ceiling. Try not to let your thighs internally rotate. Take your time, walk your hands forward. Yeah, if you need to stop there, just stay there. I know it's torture. But just really gently, don't push or stretch past where it doesn't want to go. You can just gently take yourself forward. Just hang out there for a little bit. You're going to dream that your whole body can lay flat on your carpet in front of you. Yeah, I know. Should feel the stretch start to ease off. Like it doesn't feel quite so intense. When you feel that, you might be able to just go really gently, a little bit deeper. And then take your time, use your arms to bring you up slowly. Can you cross one ankle over your thigh? So, yep, that's it, yep. And then just sit tall. So I've got my right foot crossed over my left, and I'm going to try and push my right sit bone, that pointy bone, into the mat, and that feels like it's a really deep hip stretch. Once you've found that, use your arms for a bit of traction and try and look over. I'm looking over my right shoulder, and just stay there. You can use your arms to help you push your upper back around a bit more. And then kind of de-spiral really carefully. And then swap to the other one. Yeah. So just find I've got my left sit bone trying to push it into the floor. And then once you got that, use your arms. And breathe. Go a little further. And then come back really carefully. Just come to a little crouch here. Keep your hands onto your mat and then just see if you can press your hips up. So I'm just making sure I don't lock my knees out. You can have them a little bent if you need to. Let your head hang. Really floppy. And just stay. Let gravity stretch your hamstrings. I'm feeling a stretch right across my back right now as well. And then just put your hands back down if they're not. Bend your knees. Re-engage your abs and your pelvic floor. Re-engage the top of the bottom. Remember that little monkey curling your pelvis. Now really take your time. Feel the stretch between every single vertebrae. Don't rush through that. Right at that lower back if your back's tight. Bring your head up. You're done. Well done, guys.